What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. Thor is one of the best series being published by Marvel Comics right now. Trust me when I'm telling you this, okay? Trust me, I know I've been reading, a handful of their titles over there. Not a lot of them, but not a lot of them either. And this book is being written by Donny Cates. It's got art by Nick Klein. Matt Wilson is the color artist, and VC's Joe Sabino is the letterer and designer. And Oliver Coipel and Laura Martin are the cover artists. I'll go ahead and show you those names right there. And I'll show you, that cover right there. Now, guys, I am kind of switching things up here a little bit on my reviews. I'm going to go ahead and get into a little bit of review about this book, get you up to speed and tell you about this book. And then I'm going to get into some spoilers. Before I get into the spoilers, I will let you know that we're getting ready to go into spoiler territory about this book. And believe me, guys, when I tell you that I want to go into spoilers with this book big time, okay? Now, this book is, it's only on issue number 4, so it is a new series being written by Donny Cates. He's just kind of setting some things up anew. I mean, it's kind of, pretty much in continuity with everything that's been going on with Marvel Comics right now, after, War of the Realms and everything last year where Odin died and all that stuff. Yeah, so Thor is now the king of Asgard. He's sitting on the throne, and Galactus came crashing down to Asgard as they were getting ready to party. That because they're like the galaxy was finally saved. Thor saved everybody. It was all good. Everybody's back alive. So they were getting ready to party. Galactus ended up crashing down to Asgard. And he was talking about the Black Winter, which was coming and was going to kill everybody. Everything was going to consume the whole universe. And of course, Galactus don't want that, right? So he was like all injured. He was pretty jacked up. So all of the heralds of Galactus, they came together and they're like, hey man, like we need to help stop this. Well, this is Galactus, but hey, like we need to help stop whatever's coming if this dude is scared, So anyway. So they all decided, okay, we'll go ahead and help him. Well, Galactus ends up taking Thor. He tells Thor that Thor is going to be the death of him, and he's like, but like we need to put a stop to this thing because I've already seen my death once. I've seen it again. I understood it this time, and so he decides to ask Thor to go help him. Thor decides to go help him. He becomes the Herald of Thunder, so he becomes a Herald of Galactus. Pretty interesting stuff. So they have to go out and devour 5 worlds. That's what Galactus has to do. And the first 3 issues kind of revolved around that. The first issue, well, anyway. So that's kind of getting you up to speed here. They went out and devoured 1 world, and we at the first. That's when we were first seeing that Thor and Galactus were obviously going to have some issues here, and they had one hell of a fight, and that was in issue number 2. And then issue number 3 was we seen Beta Ray Bill end up coming up after they ended up destroying his first planet. Beta Ray Bill had a score to settle with Galactus, and Thor stood in his way, and they got into one hell of a fight. And at the very end, Lady Sif ended up stepping in, and that is where issue number 4 of Thor steps in. And I'm telling you, it was great. Lady Sif, she steps in and kind of tells Thor like, dude, you're being an idiot. You need to stop. And that's pretty much it. She's like, you need to calm down. You need to get to your people and tell everybody that everything's gonna be it's gonna be all good now, and stop this fighting because I'm not gonna have any more of it. And Thor pretty much says no. Some other kind of funny things happen along the way here, and then we see that Thor and Galactus end up they end up going on to continue on their way to consume the next the rest of these 5 worlds that Galactus has to consume to get the power to beat the Black Winter. We also get the a reveal of this Black Winter here in this book, but we can also see that there is there's also still plenty of great scenes with Thor and Galactus fighting. This is something I was looking to get explored more here. Now I will tell you a little bit of something here just before getting into spoilers, that there is some of the story that happens in this issue that I kind of almost knew was going to happen. I wish it wouldn't, but I kind of knew it was because I wanted to know more of this story. But some of the stuff, it just kind of seems like I wouldn't say it's glossed over, it just kind of just happens really fast in a pace that I really wanted to learn more about it just to see what all happened here. But altogether, guys, I'm telling you, Thor has been great. Issue number 4 is a good one. Definitely one of the must-reads of the week. One of my favorites of the week, definitely from Marvel. And I'm telling you, the art in this book, it's pretty good. It's actually really good. I'm not keen on all of it. There are some spots where I'm kind of like, and there's some spots where I'm like, oh, like really nice. I do like the art team that they have assembled here, and even the writing with Donny Cates. Thor has been one hell of a great series. But that's all I've got for the spoiler-free stuff, guys. I'm going to get into some spoilers here. If you don't want spoilers, please make sure you come back after you've read the comic book. If you don't make it back, make sure you like the video right now and all that good stuff. Like it, share it with your friends, and all that good stuff. Okay, guys, so getting into this book was hella good. We're going into spoiler territory here, folks. I love the way this book opened up. The way Lady Sif kind of comes in there. Well, I mean, first they discuss Yggdrasil here, the tree. They talk a little bit about that, but then we get where Lady Sif stepped in there, dude. She's like telling Thor, like, dude, you better back the hell up, bro. And then and then when she has the hammer go land in Jotunheim. And Loki walks up there and picks it up, bro. Like I was sitting there, like I love the way the setup is too, because like some stories that you never know. Some things happen at certain times. Basically, like at one point in your life, you might be worthy, even if you're a bad person. Doesn't mean that you can't be worthy, right? That's kind of what they're getting across here. As we see that Loki goes through and picks up the hammer, and then all of a sudden Thor summons it back, dude. Just hilarious stuff. Great stuff right here. I don't know. I thought they really brought the drama here, and then just with like some of that cool stuff with the hammer, and then Thor gets the hammer back, and bam, goes at Galactus, dude. I'm telling you, that was some really great stuff there. I really enjoyed seeing him do that, and he's like, oh, you stole my power, Cosmic, dude. Great shit here. Great stuff here. And now what I didn't like about this was this right here, this whole glazing over the story. Like, I don't feel like they glazed over, but like it went too fast. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to see more of this. I wanted to see more turmoil happening between Thor and Galactus as every world went out there. Like they would go like, and Thor's like, oh man, come on, dude. Like no. Like it was like maybe it would be something a little bit different every single time, but it still ends up being that here on the very last world that they get to. So it was still pretty cool, and I like some of this Galactus art. Although I feel kind of like almost like this was almost like, I don't know, like it just happened too quick. It was just in those 3 panels. But we can see, they're there, and then the last world they get to here, where the guy's like, no, we know what you're here for, it's all good, but we're not leaving. We're not giving up. We'll help you fight, but we're not leaving. It's like, man, I kind of figured at some point they might come into that after reading, those couple pages, and then get into this, like, he's like, it's all good, but dude, like, you don't even stand a chance. Just forget about it. Just forget it. Just leave. And then it ends up being too late. And that was where some of this stuff got pretty damn badass. Here, these last couple pages were great, and then the way that it ended, oof, good stuff, man, good stuff. I've never really been big on Thor, like reading the Thor books or anything. I've never really read a whole lot of Donny Cates, but I'm telling you guys, I absolutely love what's been going on in Thor, man. These first 4 issues have been great. I'm glad I ended up putting this on my list and deciding to read it, because it has not let me down whatsoever at all. But let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of Thor issue number 4? And if you haven't read it, why haven't you read it? I don't know. Let's talk about it down in the comments below. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell and all of that good stuff. You know how to do it. Give this video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down. Make sure you watch the ads. There's links down in the description for all that kind of stuff. You can go check it out. Check out the Patreon. You can check out that stuff. But if not, watch the ads. If there's an ad on here, watch the ads. Come on. It'd be nice of you. But while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend. I'm telling you, make sure you share it with a friend. And tell them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week. Go out and read some awesome comic books like Thor issue number 4, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.